Hi students, in this class I am going to discuss regarding the physiology of muscle contraction, that is physiology of muscle contraction. Okay, see that means this you will also call it as sliding filament theory. Okay, that means we'll see how the muscle is undergoing contraction. Okay, this you will call it as physiology of muscle contraction, or you will also call it as a sliding filament theory. Okay, we'll discuss in detail how this muscle is undergoing contraction, what is the steps that are going to be involved in this muscle contractions. Is it clear? See, first of all, what happens whenever the nerve impulse, clear, whenever the nerve impulse that is going to be reaching the neuromuscular junction, clear. See, whenever any nerve impulse that is going to be reaching this neuromuscular junction, see what is meant by this neuromuscular junction. If you see what happens here, this is one neuron and this is a muscle end plate. Okay, if you see, this is a muscle and this is a neuron, clear. See, this junction you will call it as a neuromuscular junction, clear. See, that means this is a neuron, means definitely what happens, which will be carrying the impulses, clear, which will be carrying the impulses with the help of the neurotransmitters, clear. See what happens here, the nerve impulse from the neuron, once it is reaching this neuromuscular junction, then what happens, which will be releasing the impulse, that means which will be releasing one sort of neurotransmitters that you will call it as acetylcholine, clear. See, that means acetylcholine neurotransmitter is going to be released at the junction, clear. See, once what happens, when this acetylcholine will be released, see, at the on the surface of this muscle you are having the receptors, clear. On the surface of this muscle you are having these receptors for this acetylcholine, clear. That means what happens, these acetyl molecules binds with these receptors that are present on this muscle end plate. Okay, this we will call it as muscle end plate, clear. So that what happens, see, once from the neuron the impulse will be reached to the muscle, then only the muscle undergoes the contractions, clear. See, without this impulse the muscle which doesn't undergo any contractions. Is it clear? So that the nerve impulse once reaches to the neuromuscular junction, what happens, immediately the neurotransmitter acetylcholine will be released. Once this acetylcholine will be released, which binds with the receptors that are present on the surface of this muscle end plate, clear. See, then what happens, which will be leading to depolarization of muscle end plate. Okay, see, depolarization of muscle end plate, that means what happens, this end plate which will be having some calcium channels. Okay, so the depolarization means what, that is the opening of that calcium channels is going to be taking place, that you will call it as depolarization of the muscle end plate. See what happens, now the calcium ions will be released with the help of these calcium channels. I already told you sarcoplasmic reticulum will be present inside the muscle, clear. See, whatever the calcium that is going to be released, see, which further stimulates the sarcoplasmic reticulum for the release of more amount of the calcium ions, clear. So initially what happens, because of depolarization some amount of the calcium ions will be released. This will be stimulates this sarcoplasmic reticulum for the release of more amount of the calcium ions. Why? Because here sarcoplasmic acts like a storage sites for the calcium ions, clear. The sarcoplasmic reticulum now releases more amount of the calcium ions. See, whatever the calcium ions that has been released, that binds with the troponin, clear. Troponin, it is going to be binds with the troponin. Have you remembered the structure of the troponin? Okay, previously I told you, see, this green color structure you will call it as, sorry, it is troponin, clear. This troponin immediately what happens, the calcium ions binds with this green colored structure that we will call it as troponin. Clear? See now what happens, this combines with the tropomyosin. Clear? See that tropomyosin I told you, which is this thread like structure, this we will call it as a tropomyosin. Clear? So that which will be forming troponin, tropomyosin complex, okay, which will be forming this complex. Clear? See initially what I told you, see that is the binding sites for the myosin that will be present in the actin that will be covered by the tropomyosin. Clear? See, as because of forming this complex, see what happens, immediately it will be exposing the myosin binding sites, okay, which will be causing exposing the myosin binding sites. Is it clear? See, are you getting what I am saying here? Because of formation of this complex, what happens, actin molecules which will be having the myosin binding sites. Is it clear? See, that is totally covered by this tropomyosin, but once because of formation of this complex, what happens, the actin molecules which will be exposing the myosin binding sites. Clear? See, then what happens, immediately whatever the myosin heads, okay, the myosin heads, okay, whatever the myosin heads will be present, see, we'll see here from this the step by step, the myosin heads which will be having, that is ATP binding sites, okay, this myosin heads having the ATP binding sites. So what happens, and also which is having the property of ATPase, so that what happens, immediately the ATP will be converted into the ATP with the help of this ATPase. Clear? See, then what happens, see, because of this, clear, see, because of that ATP will be converted into ATP with the help of this ATPase, so that what happens, some amount of energy is going to be released. With the help of this energy, what happens, this will be useful to hold these myosin heads with the actin filaments. Clear? See, next what happens, attachment of, that is attachment of actin with myosin and formation of cross bridges. Clear? See, what is this cross bridges? See, once with the help of this energy, what happens, immediately the myosin will combines with the actin. Why? Because actin having the myosin binding sites, so that what happens, this combination you will call it as a cross bridge, okay, which will be forming this cross bridge. And next one is, you will call it as a power stroke. See, what is meant by this power stroke here? See, after cross bridge, what happens, this power stroke is going to be occurs. Clear? See, once which will be forming a cross bridge, that cross bridge is going to be rotates, okay, the cross bridge is going to be rotates, and what happens, immediately releases the ADP molecules, and which will be pulling the actin filaments towards the center, okay, which will be pulling, that is the actin filaments towards the center. Clear? So that what happens, that means here towards the M line, so that what happens, automatically the H zone is going to be decreased. Clear? See, this we will call it as a power stroke. Clear? See, that means what happens, after the formation of cross bridges, what happens, the power stroke occurs. That means what happens, it will be rotating and releasing the ADP molecules, so which will be pulling that actin filaments towards the M line, it is going to be decreasing the H zone. Clear? And last one is detachment of myosin from the actin. Okay, this is how once it is pulling towards the center, which will be leading to the contraction of the muscle. Next one is how which will be going to its original position, that we will call it as the detachment. Okay, the detachment of myosin from actin. Okay, how it is undergoing detachment. That means I told you, if you see, this is, that is the myosin heads, clear, which will be having the ATP binding sites. Once it is attached to the actin, which will be, okay, there will be no ATP, clear. Why? Because ATP is converted to the ADP and the ADP is going to be released. But once again fresh ATP will be attached to this myosin heads, then what happens? Immediately this is going to be detached from the actin filaments. Is it clear? See, next what happens? Then will be the muscles will be undergoing the relaxed. Clear? So this is all regarding the sliding filament theory. Is it clear? I hope you understood this class. Thank you so much for listening this sliding filament theory.